Welcome back to Making Waves, where we dive deep into stories from today's innovators. I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben. We're excited to have a very special guest with us today, Sarah Lynn, founder and CEO of GreenThread, a groundbreaking sustainable fashion brand that's transforming the way we think about what we wear.
Sarah, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Anna and Ben. I'm thrilled to be here and share a little bit about our journey with GreenThread.
Let's start from the beginning, Sarah. Could you tell us what inspired you to start GreenThread? Sustainability is becoming more important, but it's still challenging for startups to balance sustainability with profitability.
Absolutely. I actually began my career in corporate fashion, where I witnessed firsthand the environmental toll of fast fashion. The waste, the pollution, it was overwhelming. When I saw that almost 85% of all textiles go to waste each year, I felt I couldn't just stand by. So, I set out to create a brand that prioritized eco-friendly materials and fair labor practices.
That's incredible. It's a huge shift to go from the corporate world to running your own business, especially in an industry that's as challenging as fashion. Were there any particular challenges in launching a sustainable brand?
Oh, definitely. For one, sourcing sustainable fabrics is much more costly. We source organic cotton, recycled polyester, and a lot of our clothing is made from tencel, which is derived from sustainably sourced wood pulp. But all these materials are pricier than conventional fabrics, and that can drive up costs for consumers too.
Right, and that's something we don't always think about, the extra costs of sustainability. So, how do you handle that balance between staying eco-friendly and keeping products accessible to people?
Great question. We try to be transparent with our customers. We show them exactly where their money goes, from the organic cotton farms to the factories with fair labor standards. We've found that when people understand the value behind each piece, they're more willing to invest in a product that lasts rather than buying fast fashion.
Sarah, I love that transparency is at the core of what you do. And I've noticed that GreenThread has a buyback program. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Absolutely. The buyback program is our way of reducing waste. Customers can return any GreenThread item they're done with, and we either recycle the fabric or resell it as part of our secondhand collection. This helps reduce waste and gives our products a second life. Since we launched the program last year, we've collected over 3,000 items, which is a big step towards closing the loop in fashion.
That's amazing. And I think it really speaks to the future of fashion. Where do you see GreenThread in the next 5 years?
We're aiming to expand into more markets globally, and we're experimenting with new eco-friendly fabrics, like fabric made from hemp and bamboo. Ultimately, we want to create a world where sustainable fashion is the standard, not the exception.
We have some listener questions. One of our listeners, Emily from New York, asks, what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs who want to start a sustainable business but feel daunted by the cost?
Great question, Emily. My advice would be to start small. Look for partners who share your values, and don't be afraid to reach out to manufacturers willing to work with smaller, eco-friendly brands. You'd be surprised at the support out there for sustainability initiatives. And most importantly, stay focused on your mission. It's what will keep you going through the challenges.
Sarah, thank you so much for being here and sharing GreenThread's inspiring story. Your insights on sustainable fashion and transparency are going to resonate with a lot of our listeners.
Yes, Sarah? Thank you. And before you go, where can our listeners learn more about GreenThread?
Thanks, Anna and Ben. You can find us at www.greenthread.com and on Instagram at GreenThreadOfficial. We love connecting with people passionate about sustainability.
Perfect. And to our listeners, thanks for tuning in to Making Waves. Be sure to subscribe and leave us a review if you enjoyed today's episode.